Shut up your mind and listen to a story featuring a sentient Zen cloud, a unicorn, and a castle made of beautiful rainbows. Yes, let's venture into the unknown together. This story is based on the beautiful songs of the great wizard musician. This musician was often accompanied by a small dragon playing a three-stringed traditional instrument that is often used in the classical musical culture and in modern meditation orchestras. This wonderful meditation bedtime story includes the words that will input into your mind a beautiful background ambiance. This sound has a great healing power that can help us feel relaxed and calm after a hectic day. Even for those who have never heard this music, they may find the idea of it pleasant and relaxing. The ocean waves ambiance helps us to relax our minds and bodies while we are listening to these songs. The tranquil music and waves help us to forget everything that we have been through in our day. Now, be certain to be mindful in the act of being aware, entering judgment-free, deeply calm, but warm. The songs of Sparkle begin with words to lift you gently into the sky. But first, release your thoughts and feelings and let go of all rationality. Interpretation-free zone of cosmic justice, loving, hopeful, entering the interior. When entering the interior, you are careful to do so only in this meditative and relaxed state. This slows your brain and nervous system down smoothly, and you become more mindful. As you drift deeper, it is dark, but in the darkness you see a small light shine and begin to grow. You feel yourself lifted into an airy mist, rising as foggy clouds spread out in every direction. You can see some beautiful landmarks that seem to come alive as they begin to move towards you. The sun slowly begins to rise. You can see now a beach and a crystal clear ocean as it stretches out into the horizon. A multicolored castle made of what seems like rainbows sits on a sandy beach, and a prince is seen walking up to the edge of the castle battlements, gazing into the distant ocean waves, as if searching for something. In a cobalt blue sky, you can hear the singing of joyful birds soaring all around you, while the ocean waves crash beneath you as a wind gently sways through the heavenly landscape and caresses your skin. You can feel the warmth of the rays of sun warming your face, gently embracing you as you continue to listen to these words. A sentient, iridescent cloud of puffy brilliance and self-awareness drops colorful raindrops in a practice to wash away stress and increase all well-being. Mindfully, this cloud meditates using a variety of techniques, such as focused attention, open monitoring, and self-reflexive observation. You focus your attention on this cloud and learn from its iridescent knowledge the story of a maiden and a prince that you know will begin very soon. You observe the cloud, and the cloud focuses its thoughts on the story about to unfold. Feeling the airy sensations helps it to reduce its reactivity and increase its awareness. By paying close attention to what you are experiencing, you become more aware of your present moment experience and how it compares to past experiences. You feel thankful this cloud has taught you its magic, mindful techniques. From this cloud, your gaze moves towards the beach below. This beautiful landscape stretches out before you, rich with waves of clear water, washing gently into the fine white sand. You watch as a single unicorn is born from the ocean foam. She emerges from the sea, singing a peaceful song of heavy and alluring vibrational music that was created long ago. It seems peaceful and filled with grace. You have never heard something quite like this. The singing whisks you through the universal slumber and warm golden sunlight beaming in the salted ocean air. The singing from the unicorn relieves you of all the tensions of daily life and relaxes you completely. The universal nature of the unicorn birthing melodies helps in relaxing you in all ways. The prince breathes in. He can see the unicorn emerging from the ocean, and he is filled with peace and hope. A smile gently forms on his face as a deep longing emerges from his heart. The unicorn begins to race across the fine white sand beach towards a distant, ethereal rainbow castle. shimmering on the horizon. The sun is high in the sky now. The light is bright and feels warm and loving. The unicorn runs at full speed, its mane flying behind it, its horn glowing a brilliant white. It does not seem to notice anything amiss. Instead, its eyes are fixed on the rainbow castle. The unicorn runs across the fine white sand beach. Closer now. The sun is beginning to set, painting the sky with a warm orange glow. The unicorn was running at full speed, but it did not seem to notice the beauty of the sunset. Instead, the eyes fixed on that castle. The rainbow castle rose tall amidst the sand as waves crash against it. The unicorn sees and matches its beauty. As the ocean mists the sun and the rainbow castle's owner, the young prince, stands atop the battlement. He was lost in thought as he gazed towards the unicorn, racing against the sun. Now, a breeze blows through his hair as he shivers slightly. It was cold out, and this evening, the prince blows into his hands as the weather shifts from warm to cool. He rubs his hands up and down his arms and takes a deep breath in and releases it slowly. He looks around himself at the rainbow castle as it begins to glow with vibrant colors. A smile spreads across his face as he imagines himself living here with his beloved. He turns around and sees his faithful servant waiting for him on the battlement. The servant clasps his hands behind his back and bows to the prince. "It's time, once more, my lord," he says. "She won't make it." The unicorn races to reach the rainbow castle before the sun finally sets. Yet the castle seems so far away. She is exhausted and crying. The base of her horn is stained with tears. She wants to go home. After what feels like an endless race, she comes closer to the rainbow castle. But as she gets closer and closer, she becomes more and more exhausted. The castle is calling to her, the waves crashing, but she cannot hear them. She needs to rest, but she cannot. If she rests now, she knows she will not make it in time. She's closer now. She's going to make it. The sun is just barely visible over the horizon as she bursts through the castle's open gates. Suddenly, someone grabs the prince from behind and pulls him into their arms. The unicorn is there, transformed. He breathes a sigh of relief as he looks up at the face of his love. It is a beautiful woman with long, flowing hair and bright eyes filled with endless love. She smiles at him and he at her. They embrace as a deep, vibrant, multicolored light begins to shine brighter and brighter, colors filling the world, filling the sky. The iridescent cloud gazes down with a calm knowledge. It has watched this scene play out thousands of times, and it will watch as it plays out for thousands more. The sun finally sets, and the world turns pitch black. The woman holds the prince close to her, two lovers at the end of time, finally together. The unicorn and the prince's souls merge in the night. A small light emerges and begins to shine, filling the world. Shut up your mind.